So recurring payments, data is all important. And of course, if you are in the recurring world, you must know this better than me. But the subscription opportunity in Latin America, when we're talking about the big countries, but also the smallest one, is growing three times faster than the other industries. And if you see the card ownership in Latin America, we've been seeing a lot on the presentations during the day. So these markets still growing, the permutation is getting higher, and the opportunity is there. So for subscription, like in Brazil, in Chile, in Peru, and Argentina, the trend is getting higher for this penetration. This is very important to get the opportunity on that. And when you're talking about recurring payments, we're talking about, hey, I'm making a merchant-initiated transaction, and of course, majority of those are getting approved, but all the ones are getting declined. We see the presentation at the beginning of the day about, hey, insufficient funds, the biggest block that we receive on the decline message, but as well we have all the flavors and types of declines that we can see every day, and how we're gonna manage them. This is the biggest challenge to recover this kind of transaction in the recurring world. So right now we're gonna be understanding what is actually a retriable decline. What is the opportunity that you need to see and understand, look into the declines, and what is worth or not to be retriable. So the majority of those, we can separate on retriable and not retriable, but like the non-retriable are like bad data. You're receiving bad data from your customer, regardless of the data that you're receiving, like the card is not valid, the card is not enabled, the card information is wrong or not, and this is non-retriable. This should not be focused on a different scenario, recover this customer in some way, and you must focus on what is actually workable, what is addressable here to recover. And we have the three, like we can generalize in two major declines. We have the insufficient funds, and we have the not accepted, the generic transaction. So when in the merchant side of the transaction, every time you receive this generic and blank message about, I don't know, do not honor, not accepted, and so on, say, hey, why they're declining this? And the majority of those are rules put by the issuers or so on that are attached to the fraud, like behavior of this card owner, and how you can manage those is what we're going to be discussing on today's presentation. So it's important to understand that the majority of these transactions are retriable. You're not not looking to the bad data is not an oversight and like, hey, I'm losing money or so on. You're not going to be recovering anything from that, and the schemes and everyone is not happy for you to be retrying those. You should not be retrying those. And you should be focusing and putting all your efforts on understanding of how you could extract the most of all the retriable transactions. And of course, we're talking about every day here about how unique each market is in Latin America and Africa. We're talking about India, and each market has its own details, but everyone looks the same. About the share can change a little bit, but everyone has insufficient funds as number one, not accepted or is number two. Maybe invalid card can be higher in some markets, but you need to understand that the behavior of how to recover these transactions, you need to segregate the strategy behind your payments, recurrency, and all the things you're doing today.